Hello, I'm Jerry Ford, the beer review guy. I'm going to do a revisit from 2019. It just sounds good. It's like 60 some degrees out here today. Just got off work. Had a headache all day. Didn't know if I should do this review or not. Sometimes alcohol like heightens the headache, you know, a lot of times, but I don't know. Willing to take a chance. It's been a day or two since I've done a beer review. All right, so let's pour this off into this glass. It's going to be more than what this glass can handle. 25 fluid ounce can, 5.9% ABV. Okay. All right. I caught it. Just as I was pulling into my driveway today, I heard like a rustling happen up in the trees. And I looked up there and a big hawk was flying out of the trees, and he was carrying a snake in his talons flying over. It was cool looking. Oh man. Caught himself a snake. So I just got a few things out here just to kind of do a little Busch ice cocktail. Go ahead and get it. Let me get it ready. So what I'm going to do in this little cocktail is one of my classic, of course, is the lime and salt. You know, let's just go ahead and put that in there. I got these limes I got to finish up eventually. Let's go ahead and put a couple in there. Ouch. Squeeze off a couple. Ain't getting much lime juice out of them. I got some olives too. What do you think about that? Who all likes green olives? I'm gonna throw 3 in there. I'm gonna put a little juice with them. Just like that. Okay. Put this lid back on here. And then, I'm gonna take a little, see what I got here so far? Take a little lime salt. Shake it off in there a little bit. Okay. Then I'm gonna, this in here is just sitting there for the review, but this here is gonna be the little cocktail thing. Pour it off in there aggressively, let it kind of sizzle a little bit. Ah, look at that. Ooh, $10.99 drink right there, right? The Jerry Ford cocktail, beer cocktail. It's got an olive. Tomorrow's payday. Plan on going by the, oh, what is it called? Something warehouse. It's a liquor warehouse type place. I've been there many times. It's a little bit kind of hard to get to sometimes because in the area that it's in, it's like busy traffic. But they have a good selection of beers there. They have a wide selection of singles, and I've gotten some good stuff from there. It's been a little bit since I've been there. Excuse me. So I thought I'd try and see if there's anything there with my beer budget. It's been kind of rough finding. Excuse me again. Rough finding beers to review here lately. Couple always left in there. That was good. Still got left in here. Got some left in here. Lots of butterflies and other bugs flying around out here. Lots of airplanes flying around out here. Hawks flying around out here. Cans flying around out here. Birds flying. Did I say birds already? That little breeze is kind of got like a little tropical chill to it. Feels a little good. Got little finches in the yard over here just kind of looking around. We've had a lot of rain here lately and it's brought out a lot of bugs, I think. It's good beer. There goes the can again. There you go. Had a pretty good head on it, didn't it? When I poured it. Poured it kind of aggressive. Got a nice barley malt aroma, a little sweetness. It has kind of like that freeze burn kind of an aroma to it. I don't know if it's because it's an ice beer, or if it's just my imagination, but I've never smelled that before, and I don't remember smelling it before when I reviewed this 4 or 5 years ago. But something. Smells good. Also has kind of a fresh aroma to it. light to medium body, light carbonation, sweet, sweet barley malts. The Busch Light, Jay Terrio says it's got corn syrup in it. So there's your sweetener. Can't remember what else he said. I never can remember the details of what all's in a beer. I just can't make myself research before I do a review. Whenever I go to do a review, I'm kind of in a hurry a lot of times. So I don't take the time to sit down like Jay does, and unless he just has it memorized, he might. And tell all the details like he does. He's good for that, you know, because he does good reviews, and he just knows so much about beer and what's in it, and the adjuncts and all that kind of stuff. So definitely, if that's the kind of stuff, kind of information you're wanting to know about, Jay's the best one to watch. Excuse me. Excuse me again. Jay is who I was watching when I first started. When I first started doing reviews. He's my mentor. I first started off with Greg's beer reviews. He was a good reviewer. I was sorry to hear of his passing. His style was just not what I was looking for, but I watched a whole lot of his reviews and picked up some things from his style. He was good, like I said. But I was looking for something else in a reviewer, and then I started watching Jay Terrios and Louisiana beer reviews. So yeah, I was watching his and trying to pick up some tips about how to review beers. I've been drinking beers for so many years, I just didn't, you know, reviewing is a whole nother world. When you drink beer in your younger days, you don't think about what's in it. You just think about that it tastes good, and it gives you a buzz, and some are looking for a little bit more than that. But my brothers and I, we grew up watching my dad and my uncles drink beer, shaking a little salt on the rim and drinking it, and watching the wrestling. Wrestling was the thing back then. Sometimes they'd be watching a football game, but mostly it was like wrestling. Pretty good, yeah. It's a refreshing beer, smooth, flavorful. Yeah, this is good. 5.9. I might be feeling it a little bit. I drank that little cocktail I made down pretty quick. I knew I was going to have more left over from just this little 12-ounce size glass. But I always have a lot going on. My mind is always working, so it's busy. I got so many things I got to do around my yard. We have another house over on the next street that we used to live in, and now it's just sitting there abandoned. But it needs some TLC on the exterior of it. A lot of limbs down, a lot of high weeds. We've just kind of neglected it. So I'm waiting for a nice cool day, and I gotta go over there and and trim some stuff back, get some limbs out of the yard, bring them over to the other house and burn it. So I got that to do. I got exterior parts of this house I gotta replace and repair and paint, caulk, all that kind of stuff. The 16th of this month is my wife and I's 39th anniversary. So go ahead and wish us a nice anniversary if you want to. Yeah, 39. And my wife turns 59 this month. I turned 59 December. So we're getting up there. We're already feel like we're old people, you know. Everybody ages differently, you know. I'm aging like my dad. My dad's in a nursing home right now. He's 87, 88, somewhere around there. Got dementia. Not doing too good right now. I went and visited him the other day, and his mind is all over the place. But dementia is cruel. I'm not looking forward to having it. When I end up in a nursing home, I won't be able to do reviews anymore. If I have a few more cylinders firing, cylinders? I'm not a mechanic, so I don't know what I'm talking about. If I have a few more plugs, firing, maybe I can review my meals. They probably won't let me have access to a phone to record my reviews, though. I won't have any teeth. Hey there. Hey, young lady. Would you bring me a phone? I need to do a video. No, Mr. Fort. Sit back down in your wheelchair. We'll bring you some pudding here in just a little bit. Hey, my diaper is full. Can you help me? Can you help me out with that? Oh, man. My dad has to wear those. He's been wearing those for, oh man, over 5 years, probably close to 7 years. Have you ever had to give an elderly person a shower before? I was taking care of my dad for a while. I'd come over once a week and give him a shower, help him get a shower. His knees are shot. He can't put weight on his knees. He's had one knee replaced, and the other one needed to be replaced, but he got to the point where he was too old to have it done, so the doctors wouldn't do it. But now he can't hardly stand up at all without help. So pretty sad. Hate seeing him like that. It's getting harder and harder to go to the nursing home to see him, because I get emotional seeing him like that, remembering how he was. There's a woodpecker over there working on a an old tree. Yeah, when you have to take care of an elderly person and they can't dress themselves very good, they can't bathe themselves, they can't change their own clothes. Boy, that talk about that tire you out, having to do that by yourself. And that's what I was doing. Bathing him, dressing him, shaving him. Man, that was a pain. Now the nursing home takes care of all that, but man, I didn't mind doing it because I love him, you know, and everything, but it just tuckered me out. Yeah, my last visit, he was like, Are we getting ready to go home? I said, no, Dad, you stay here. I'm just here to visit you. Oh, okay. Where are you parked at? You parked out on this side of the building, or you? I'm parked out. Yeah, I'm parked out that way. Oh, okay. I'm just ready to go. I said, well, we're not going anywhere. I can't take him anywhere because I can't. He's hard to. Well, plus his mind ain't there. It's like, I'm gonna say, it's probably 85% gone. I think he still remembers who I am, but he doesn't call me Jerry. He calls me Wayne, my deceased brother, because my deceased brother lived with him for so long. That's who he more remembers. I look like Wayne, so he kind of relates us in that way. But I don't think he ever called my brother Jerry. but he's called me Wayne since he went into this dementia thing, off and on for a long time. But he's ornery. He's still ornery in his dementia state. He was an ornery guy in his younger days, but all the nurses love him. They all love him there, which makes me sad when I go there and he has dirty clothes on, dirty shirt, you know, and his hair is all crazy looking like an old professor or something, an old crazy professor. You know, why, if they love him so much, why don't they take care of him a little bit better than that? You know, make sure his hair's combed. You know, he's been awake for hours when I get there. I get there like at 1:30 or something like that. When I go to see him, I go after work. Maybe a little bit later than that. But, you know, they've had time to fix his hair, make sure he's got a clean shirt on. You know, it's like, and they got a big staff there. So I'm a little disappointed in the staff. You know, they, like I said, they love him and they talk nice to him, and he likes that, and he talks about him. Any of the girls there, the nurses, he calls them honey. Well, hi, honey. He loves them all. It's just, he doesn't realize that they're not taking care of him 100%, you know? There's probably more staff than there is residents there. Which, so that was, or it's even. So that's what confuses me about, you know, nursing home care. You know, when they have that many people, you know, let's try to show evidence that you have, you know, paid some kind of attention to them when they awake in the morning, you know. And this is the afternoon when I come, so they should be, you know, up and around by that time. And my dad was in his bed when I got there, leaning up, like, and I poked my head around the corner and looked at him, and he just acts silly. He goes, Oh, and he hits the wall. And I go, what are you doing? He says, I've been calling out for somebody to come in here for 30 minutes. I said, you have? He says, yeah. 30 minutes, huh? Yes. And he didn't say why, what he wants him in there for. But, excuse me, people walk by, nurse walk by. He goes, hey! They just keep on walking. They don't want to see what he wants. And they see me in there. They try not to come in there when I'm in there because I'm visiting him. But I don't know. Yeah, people have called me, well, a few people have called me Little Merlin because they say I act just like him, or sometimes they'd say I look kind of like him. When I worked at this mall in Broken Arrow, used to be there back in the late 80s, early 90s maybe. It's called Outlet Malls of America. They shut down, I don't know what year, but it's now a big church. But I worked there, and I was the custodian / groundskeeper. So my dad did the same thing. He got me a job on there when he quit. They hired me in his place after he quit. And I have a picture that the manager and my supervisor, both of them ladies, had a sign that's holding above my head that said Little Merlin, L-I-L, Merlin. So that was funny. I would get there early in the morning and pick up the parking lot, pick the garbage up. So it was really hot, so I just wore a t-shirt instead of my uniform shirt. And my supervisor, the girl, her name was Denise, she came in and she pulled up there and saw me out there picking up garbage in my t-shirt. There was nobody there, there's no customers, and it was hot. You know, this is Tulsa, Oklahoma, it gets hot here, you know, in the summertime. So I was, you know, I had just my t-shirt on. And she pulls up, she says, hey Jerry, you have to have your uniform shirt on. And I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, you can't be walking around here in the parking lot with just your t-shirt on. Oh, okay. I'll go get it and finish my work. Okay, don't do that again, just in case, you know. Okay. She drives off. I'm like, I don't understand, but okay. It's kind of weird. Can't be comfortable, and there's nobody out here, you know. There's nobody out here. In Broken Arrow, back in the late 80s, the area that the mall was in, there was nothing around it. Down the street there was a little gas station convenience store type place, but that was about it. That was about it. I don't have people coming in till like, well, maybe 8, and this was like 6 or 7. Something. I might have been a little bit earlier. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, I'd run the rider mower, and out in the front of the mall, there was 2 big, huge fields on both sides of the entry, and I had to mow all that with the rider mower. And there was it was during summertime, right? I mean, they had out there in this field-like area, there's like tarantulas all the time. You know, you'd see them up on the parking lot. They come out of the fields and start crawling across the parking lot when I was dumping garbage, dumping dumpsters and stuff like that. But that was many years ago, which always makes me feel even older. Well, it's been nice talking to you guys, girls. My wife was on her way. She went and picked up some groceries. She's going to need help bringing the groceries in. So I'm going to stop here. And thank you all for watching. I appreciate it. This is what we reviewed today. And we will see you on the next one. Thanks for your patience with my beer reviews. I know that some of you are saying, man, he hasn't been reviewing any beers. All he's reviewing is condiments and stuff and tea bags. You know, what is going on around here? I mean, the guy is supposed to be the beer review guy. It's in the name of his channel. Where's all the beer reviews? I don't understand. I'm unsubbing him right now. I am tired of it. Nobody ever says that. I get occasionally a drop in my sub count. I keep track. Just hobby, you know, an extra hobby. I keep track of my subs, my sub count. And I see it drop occasionally, a couple. So those are probably the ones that I get tired of. Get tired of not seeing beer reviews. But I try to put, you know, good variety in there for everybody. But I appreciate the patience. Nobody ever says, so where are the beer reviews? So evidently people are content. That's good to know. If I was only strictly beer reviews, you would hardly, I mean, you would see maybe one beer review possibly a week now. Beer is more expensive. My time is more taken up. I got so much going on. So I wouldn't be able to do anything at work, right? No reviews from, you know, during my breakfast and lunch and whatever. So you wouldn't see anything like that. If you're waiting on a beer review, you'd probably be few and far between. Yeah. Yeah, thanks to all you guys for subscribing, being regular commenters, regular viewers. I don't get paid on my channel, but that's okay. Occasionally I get free stuff. That's fun. Some of my subscribers send me stuff. Some companies, if I contact them, most of the time, every once in a while, those are getting few and far between too, to get a company that want to send me stuff to review for them. But yeah, it's been fun. I've enjoyed it. But yeah, I better end it here. I'm starting to ramble, and my wife's gonna pull in the driveway, wonder where I'm at to help her unload the groceries. So I'm gonna end it here. 33 minutes, 31 seconds. Hope you guys, I'll try to remember to put in the description, chatting, so that you can know to get a 6-pack to sit beside you while you watch the video, because it's gonna be such a long time, a long video, and you can just kind of listen to me chat away. But yeah, all right, I'm gonna end it here. I promise. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.